Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Back with your boy Muzzy McGee, back for another live stream session. This took me 3 tries before it would let me start the stream. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but that's okay because we're here and we're going to get after it today, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. For those of you who are confused about the channel or who have never joined the channel is about 4 things. The first 2 things involve the live stream. The live stream is about me practicing, you practicing, us practicing together, us going over chords, scales, and exercises of that nature so that we can get from the intermediate to the virtuoso level of guitar playing. The second part of the live stream will be composed of me creating or working on improvisational music, which will allow me to get better because you're going to be commenting on it, talking about it, and maybe working using some of the backing tracks that I have listed in the playlist section of my YouTube channel. Maybe subscribing to their channels as well so that you can have all the latest backing tracks that they produce. And I say they because it's a plethora of artists. It is a I have several artists on YouTube who create these backing tracks that we use, and it will continue to be that way, okay? So I get better at improvisational music, you judging it, you telling me what I can do to get better, you telling me different tracks that I can use or different influencers that will help us understand the fretboard differently. And maybe at a certain point you can register or you can record your own videos using the backing tracks that I use. Post a 15, 30-second clip of you working on it, and then we can talk about how you attack the fretboard, how I attack the fretboard, and what we can do as a collective to get better at that. The third thing the channel's about is what the whole shebang about. I'm sorry, 3, my bad. The third thing, basically what the whole channel is about me creating electronic music using Logic Pro X and using my understanding of guitar and using my guitar as my principal instrument or my principal source of inspiration in creating the music in Logic Pro X. You will see instrumentals that I create for other people, but it will mostly be about me creating music for myself. And the other 10% or 5%, whatever you want to base it off, will be while I'll be making songs, instrumentals, and singing songwriting tracks for myself. And the other 10% will be either songs I'm working on or instrumentals I'm working on for other people, or musical scores that I'm creating for people who work on short films in the area in which I live. The fourth thing is basically when you watch the channel, if you are, well, basically when people don't watch the channel serves for me as where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go. So it turns into like a video log, which is helpful for me from a professional standpoint as for me getting better. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It gives me the advertiser-driven, well, it gives me the subscribers that I need to obtain the advertiser-driven revenue that I need. So I don't have to do the second thing, which is something I have to do every single day. And I really hate doing it, but at the same time, it is what it is. Because I don't have the subscribers or the viewership to get in the Amazon affiliate program, nor do I have enough subscribers to get involved with the advertiser-driven revenue program that's available on YouTube for the people who have enough subscribers and followers. I have to ask people to check out my coffee account. My coffee account is exactly what you think it is. It's like little tips for coffee, but again, which is funny because I'm actually got a little iced coffee. Got a little iced coffee going here myself. So how it helps out with the channel is, you know, I have a bunch of things I have to buy, and I have a bunch of things that I use every single day, my electricity, my internet, things like that. So I'm just trying to, the first deal is I'm trying to break even. So if you want to make a donation to the account, use my coffee account to do so. It's located in the description of the video. Again, it's ko-fi/Muzzy McGee, I believe, and all you have to do is copy and paste that if you want to donate $1 or €1 or more. With that being said, the second thing I ask people to do, which is part of this thing, is the cryptocurrency centralized exchange platform referral program. If you would like to get involved in cryptocurrency, I have a list of 4 websites up here with referral links that are mine. Okay, I've been on all 4 of these websites for over half a decade, and I can assure you they are the safest and the most easy to use. I'm going to use Binance as an example. When you sign up using the referral links, they will all give you perks. But because it's like the referral friend program, whatever perk they offer you, they will offer me, and by extension, this channel, as I will be adding 15 to 20% of my total win or total earnings of next year back into my channel. Okay, and basically, I'll use Binance as an example. Binance, when you sign up using my referral link, they will offer you $100 cash back. They will also offer me $100 cash back as I am referring you as a client. They're doing cryptocurrency for both of us, but that's how they do it. And so because I will take that cryptocurrency and reinvest it directly into the market, and I'm using 15 to 20% of my gains on this January 1st, 2026, whatever that number is, 20% of it, if it hits $100, then we use $100, but if it's less than that, then it'll be 15 to 20% of those total gains. up to $100 period back into the channel. So what we want to do is we want to help out with the channel, and that's a free way to help out with the channel. So if you want to do that, you can do that. And then the third thing is really the easiest way to help subscribe to the help create a free sort of situation for you to help out with the channel is to just subscribe to me across all platforms, whether I'm active on it like Facebook or inactive on them like TikTok and TikTok for the moment, and Twitch, which I will be shortly on Twitch. Helping me grow those platforms will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. Helping grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow this other channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started today. Okay, we're still going small picky pick. We're going small jazz picks. I like it. I'm getting back into using them, and I'm going to use them for this point forward. However, there is a learning curve with them because they're not the same size. Like I said before, you can check them out. The difference is, if it doesn't look like it's that big of a difference, but it's astounding. Like, you see it and you're like, oh, it's a big difference. The feel is completely different too. It's just not even the same feel. Same company, still Tordex. Dunlop Tordex, still same thing. Still the same company. So we're at 70 beats per minute. We're going to do this at 70 beats per minute. This first exercise, I don't know who invented it, but we're going to do it. You know what it. Y'all know what it is. Did I not hit the metronome, or did I just switch pages without turning on the metronome? So stupid, so dumb. This time of the night, so stupid. Let's go. 5 mistakes that time as opposed to yesterday's 2. So not great, but again, it just needs work. With the pick, it's going to, I'm going to find myself working on a lot of these exercises and reworking them a lot because they just need to get more perfect. So we're at 90 beats per minute. We're doing 90 beats. We're at 100 beats per minute. It's so stupid. We're doing the rest of these at 100 beats per minute. We are doing the Bite of the Mosquito style warm up at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Alternate spider picking from the 1st to 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. There, girl. Bunch of mistakes there. Again, pick. We got to get better using the pick. It changes things. If you've used a small pick, you'll understand. We're doing the chromatic tapping for the 1st to 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. All right, 100 beats per minute. Is it 100? No, we're doing it 70. Sweep picking exercise, Brandon Dion's exercise at 70 beats per minute. Two fails on that one because I broke my concentration, and you'd be surprised that you don't really need to concentrate too hard on these things, but it's important to focus. Okay. Beats per minute. Now we're going to go 90 beats per minute. Yee, and then we're going to move right on to sweep picking exercise number 2. Trying to get them 5 times in a row, so I don't know if that's why. Well, that's why it's taking me a little bit longer, is because I'm trying to spend a little bit more time getting them right. We're going to do the second sweep picking exercise with a smaller pick. We'll see how that one pans out. We'll see how that one fares. This pick thing is going to be weird, okay? I'm going to mess up these things a lot. I'm not going to do it on purpose. I'm obviously going to try to go over them as much as I can when I'm off screen. But again, the whole vibe of these picks, I like them a lot. I used to use them all the time, and then I got back into these. These are the only ones that were available in my area. And then I got a care package from back home where I got these sent up from my fam. Shout outs to Mom. You're the best mom. #1 mom. And so, yeah, I've been using them ever since. Well, that's not true. I've been using them periodically ever since. And now I'm trying to use them audically, which isn't a word, but I use them all the time now. So, yes. Unless it is, and then I just don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm pretty sure audically does not exist. Or if it does exist, it's definitely not that. $120 beats per minute. Let's say we do there. 120. And I can make all these weird noises because nobody's watching the channel anyway. So this sucks, but it doesn't suck. I don't know how I'm going to grip this and keep this in my hands at the same time. This is crazy. Needs work. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to continue to hold this pick in between my fat ass fingers. My bad. I didn't mean to curse there, but my fat fingers. My bad. Hey, yo, my bad, Jordan. Yeah, I don't know how to keep it in between my fingers. And this is crazy. 120 beats per minute. Now we're taking the tempo down to 105 beats per minute. And we're doing the scales. We're doing the F sharp, G flat major scale, and then we're going to finish up with the G major scale at 105 beats per minute, at which point we're going to take the tempo down to 90 beats per minute, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but with the minor pentatonic scale versions of those scales. So the F sharp, G flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute, and then the G minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Again, it's boring, but it is necessary work if you want to get better, okay? Starting with the F sharp G flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Second position, F sharp G flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. position, G major scale, F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, F major scale, F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position of the F sharp, G flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the G major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, second position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position? Yeah, fourth position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position? Yep, sixth position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position or the octave position of the G major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to toggle back. I'm going to toggle back to this other screen. And we're going to take the tempo down to 90 beats per minute. Not 95, 90 beats per minute. There we go. And we're going to do the minor pentatonic scale, starting with the F sharp G flat minor pentatonic scale in first position. Let's go. Second position, F sharp G flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, F sharp G flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, F sharp G flat minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, G sharp, F sharp, G flat minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position of the F sharp, G flat minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I should be clear. This pick at every different part of the fretboard has a different feel to it. Like it's a different way of, like you can hold it the same way, but it feels different. Like it feels like the further I go up, the closer I have to hold the pick to the fretboard, and the further, it might just be all in my head. But again, like I said, this is going to be an adjustment. So you're going to have to bear with me for the next couple of weeks because I'm going to suck. I'm going to have to use these picks. And the best thing about using these picks is, for me, it is just as easy to go back to these picks when you use the smaller picks. It's much easier. So at least that's my experience. So now we're doing the F sharp. Nope, we're doing the G minor pentatonic scales at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I can't decide. I can't decide if that's what it's just in my head or not. I don't know. It's weird. Second position, G minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, G minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position. That's not true. Fifth position. Fourth position. Not even close. G minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the seventh position. No, the fifth position. Sorry. And I don't even know why I said that. Finally, the fifth position of the G minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I don't know how to explain it, man. It feels like I can take bigger strokes with my picking hand. My hand, when I fretting hand, is further up the fretboard or further away from the pickups. And when it gets closer to the pickups, it feels like I have to go smaller. It's crazy. I don't even know. We're going to turn off the metronome, play the fun game called Find the F. That's the note we're trying to find this week. Find the note, and this week we're finding the F. Oh, yeah. Coffee. So we know from yesterday, F on the, first of all, we're in standard tuning of E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay? And now we're going to play the F note, which is on first and 13th on the first fret, or on the bottom E string. That's the first and 13th on the top E string. First and 13 on the top E string. Then first and 13 on the bottom E string. First and 13 on the bottom E string. Then set 8 and 20 on the A string. 8 and 20 on the A string. 8 and 20 on the A string. Then back to first and 13 on the E string. First and 13 on the bottom E string. Then first and 13 on the top E string. First and 13 on the top E string. Then we're at 6 and 18. 6 and 18 on the B string. 6 and 18, that's right, 6 and 18, 6 and 18 on the B string, then back to 1st and 13 on the E string. 1st and 13 on the top E string, then 1st and 13 on the bottom E string. Okay? Then we're at 8 and 20 on the A string. 8 and 20 on the A string. Then we're going to, I'm sorry. That's 8 and 20. Now we're at 3 and 15 on the D string. Frets 3 and 15 on the D string, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go right to it. That's 3 and 15 on the D string. Then we go back to the A string, which is where we're at, which is 8 and 20. You guessed it. Then we're at 1st and 13 on the bottom E string. 1st and 13 on the bottom E string. Then 1st and 13 on the top E string. 1st and 13 on the top E string. Then when we go to the B string, if you remember, we're back to 6 and 18. 6 and 18 on the bottom on the B string. 6 and 18 on the B string. Then when we go to the G string, if you remember, it's at 10 and 22. Frets 10 and 22 on the G string. 10 and 22, yep, 10 and 22, yep, 10 and 22 on the G string. Then back to, I'm sorry. Then back to 3 and 15 on the D string. 3 and 15 on the D string. Then back to 8 and 20 on the A string. 8 and 20 on the A string. Then to finish up with the 1 and 13 on the E string. 1 and 13 on the bottom E string. Then now we're going to get right into the chords, ladies and gentlemen. I can do this without the book. I tried it earlier. I think I'm confident enough in my skill that we can do it without the book altogether. We're going to be doing the F sharp, G flat, minor chords, and then we're going to do the G minor chords, playing the melody chords, or the outside chords, as I affectionately call them, the inside chords, the rhythm chords, or as they're known as well as the bar chords, most of them anyway, and the bottom 4 string chords. And we're going to start with the F sharp, G flat minor chords, and then we're going to go right into the G minor chords in that order. F sharp, G flat minor chord. Yes, I know this part is boring, but memorizing the scales and the chords, it's an important part of playing, especially when you're in improv, because you don't have time to look. Like if you're writing music, you don't need to memorize the stuff. You need to know them and have a general idea of having dexterity on them, or having dexterity being able to move from one to another chord, which you can train yourself to do, like if you're writing music. But if you are doing improv, you must have this shit on command, period. It has to be in your head. You have to be ready to play it, and you have to do it under, with all those nerves, because, playing live is nerve-wracking, especially when you don't do it often. So. Again. Let's go again. Inside chords. F sharp, G flat, inside chords. Minor, I should say. Now the rhythm chords. Again. Bottom 4 string chords, F sharp, G flat, minor chords. Let's go. G minor chords, starting with the melody chords, okay? Now let's go to the inside chords. Now the rhythm chords, or the bar chords, as they're called. bottom 4 string chords that goes a little something like this right here, okay? Wait, let me see. Lick of the week time. I'm going to post both of these into the section. I'm going to start with Antonio Vizzario's one because this one's an easier one and I can play it more quickly. I can play it more better. And then the second one is from Mellow Days Music. Again, if you haven't done so already, tell everyone, whenever I post these licks of the week, please subscribe to their channels or at least like and watch the videos that they do because it helps them from a free perspective. It helps them grow their channel by showing interest in their channel. And then at that point, they can do their own deals or sponsorships or whatever. And that helps. The other thing I ask people to do is to like the videos. You know, liking those videos helps. And that's what I ask people to do on my accounts. If you don't have any money and you don't want to get involved in cryptocurrency or any of the things of that nature, that's all fine. Just like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That's the freest way to help out if you would like to. And it's as simple as clicking a button, okay? Let's go to this Antonio Visario thing. And we played this one the other day. We're going to go over these until we have them memorized. I'm going to pause this. I can close out of this one because we don't need it open anymore. We've heard it. I have it memorized. Small pick time, so it's right here. Now we're going to go to the Mellow Days Music one right now. That's what we tuma. That's what we tuma. I'm going to play through this because y'all need to hear it. Okay, so we're going to run through this slowly. So this is where we are. We're right here. So it's basically, this is what it sounds like. And then and then on to the next thing. Close out of that. We know the chords. The thing is that you got to play it with your fingers. So, and he plays literally with these two fingers, and he'll rake it with his thumb. So it'll be like. I don't really play that way. It's not really a technical way of playing, but it is what it is. It's about. Oh God! We're at 120 beats per minute. Oh God! Oh snap! Oh snapple! low, prices that were so low, you thought I was the police. $90, we're at $95 now. No, I'm talking about. See, my brain heard it. It didn't register right away, but I was like, something's off with this tempo. It was to show you 5 beats per minute is a big difference. 1 up or above or below might not be, but 5 is definitely a big difference. Improv. It's time to do the improv. Lord have mercy. My system. Four. It was awful. Uninspired. Same riffs. Terrible. Not great. Not terrible, but it wasn't great. Oh man, I was so close to getting an ending, a landing that was appropriate. Damn! That's all right, ladies and gentlemen. I am working really hard. You can tell it's getting better. This I get 1 of 5. But it's easier to make the smaller. It's easier to make the shorter improvs sound better because you don't have to work as hard to make the whole thing cohesive. If you're playing a 10-minute, 15-minute improvisational thing, to vary it and get variety and to make people feel stuff, to put sequences together is a very difficult task to do. It's already hard just to put together a minute or 30 seconds, really. After you learn those licks and you add those licks in, like there's only so much you can do afterwards, so you have to imagine the fretboard differently. That's what makes improv so hard. But it's important to learn. It's an important skill to have as a musician. And it's definitely important to have if you're going to be writing music regularly, because you don't have time to think about, oh, what is this thing? How do I feel? You got to produce, because that's how you make money. You got to produce. And you will have times or sections. So basically the whole concept is like, once you create things that people like to hear, and then it buys you, it gives you money, which rewards you with the time that you have to produce something that's unique. That's what money buys you. It buys you the time to be different than other people. But in order to be different, you have to create differently. But in order to create differently, you have to sort of pay. It's kind of like what people were saying, like with Oprah when she started off in her career. Sometimes she would interview people that she didn't want to interview, but she knew that it was going to get the ratings that she needed to do to go after different people and to do interviews that she actually wanted to do. But you have to pay that sort of way. But in order to do that, you have to get the crappy interviews in first, the ones that you may not like as much or that are not as fulfilling to you individually, in order to go after the big fish. And that's what it is. And so hopefully I'll be able to create stuff that people actually like in the beginning, and hopefully I will be able to use my individuality at the same time, which is why I'm producing music for other people. I'm producing for myself, but I'm also producing backing tracks instrumental tracks that sound like other stuff, and hopefully that'll attract people to this channel. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. This channel is about 4 things. First 2 things involve the live stream. The live stream is broken up into 2 parts. the practice session where we practice our scales, chords, we go over licks of the week and things of that nature, improv or prepared pieces, or is a fun way of saying cover songs. And to go right and well, and then you're going to judge me on that so we can make that practice session better, so we can make the practice session as efficient and as useful as possible in the hour and a half we have every day to practice our instrument. And the second thing is so that we can get to better improvisational music. So when we do improvisational music, we're going to take what we learned in practice and immediately apply that to our improvisational sessions so that we can have that utility right there, right away. So that I can get from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, and the expert to virtuoso levels of guitar playing. I encourage you to join me every single day because practicing by yourself sucks. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. It's terrible. But once you get into improv stuff, it's a little bit more fun. But playing in front of an audience is great. So, join me every single day as I do that. And all this stuff is in the spirit of creating my own music using Logic Pro X. And using Logic Pro X and my understanding of the guitar and understanding of music theory to create the best music I possibly can. All of these things are in service to that one purpose, to create the best music I possibly can in Logic Pro X. Okay, I will be producing instrumentals. I will be remaking and doing cover songs and instrumentals to get better at my skill set, which is creating music in Logic Pro X. And I will be spending about 3.5 hours a day, 4 hours a day on that by itself. So there'll be 5.5 hours of music done every day. When I get home from work after an 8-hour shift. And you're saying, how is that possible? It's 13 hours. Well, it still leaves me with 12 hours to sleep. Well, 13 hours might as well. So it'll be 11 hours to sleep. But, play and get prepared and things of that nature. So I get enough sleep and do all the things I want to do. I just don't have time for much else. And that's great because this is all I want to do. And if you're serious about what you want to do and you want to be here for this channel, or you want to be here and you want to do the same thing, I'm showing you a path forward. Not the path, but a path forward. And I'm hoping that when this tree starts to bear fruit or when it grows, that you will be able to see that. That's part of what the channel is, to watch me grow as an artist so that you can have at least a blueprint as to what it looks like for somebody to try to make it big, not only just on YouTube, but just as in their personal career to create something for themselves, basically from the ground up. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth thing is after creating that music, whether I'm creating music for myself or the other 10%, which is creating music for other people or musical scores for people who are working on short films. The fourth thing is this channel, when people don't watch it, it serves as to where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go. So it serves as sort of video log. After you've done that, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if it sounds interesting to you, or send this to people who might actually be interested in wanting to see somebody either get better or want to get better with me as a guitar player, as a musician. The second thing I ask people to do is I'm in advertiser-driven revenue purgatory because I don't have enough subscribers to my channel. I don't have enough eyeballs on screen, and therefore I have to ask for donations. So I ask people to check out the Coffee, my Coffee account. It has, I think one person has checked out my account so far, but you can make donations starting at $1 or €1, specifically speaking, which I think today is $1.14, which is trash because the economy in the States and just in the world in general is bad, but it's really bad in the States. But if you want to donate to the channel, by all means. I hate panhandling, but at the same time, I have to make this channel net zero ASAP. Number two, the second thing I ask people to do is check out the cryptocurrency centralized exchange referral links that I have available in the description of every video. How does it help out with the channel? Like a referral friend program, when you invest in cryptocurrency, you spend $50 or more on any of these sites, there will be perks. So like with Binance, if you spend $50 on their website and you purchase $50 worth of cryptocurrency, so basically $50, you spend $50 worth of cryptocurrency, or you purchase $50 worth of cryptocurrency, whatever they offer you, they'll offer me. And because they're offering you $100, once you purchase $50 worth of cryptocurrency and made, I think, a minimum of somewhere between 5 and 10 transactions in a 1 month or 14-day period of time, whatever it is, they will offer you $100. And that $100 they offer you, they will offer me. And by extension, this channel, as I'm using 15 to 20% up to $100 back into the channel. Why am I not using the $100 right away? Because the idea is to grow my cryptocurrency account without using that to inject back into this account. So if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use the money that I earned off of that $100 to try to make it back into this account and to use the excess, not excess, but some of the profits I use to inject back into my YouTube channel. That's just what it is. It has to, if you're going to make a business, the business has to make it, so it has to be profitable, or at the very least, it has to break even. And that's when I say net zero, I'm talking about break even. Okay. Like I said, $35 a session for me. If I'm able to get that, that would be net zero. That's ideal. And that's what I want to get before the end of the summer, for sure. And once I get to that, then we'll start raising the bar to make the channel from net zero to profitable. And so we're going to take it step by step, ladies and gentlemen. This stuff is a process. I've been on here over a year, and I have 19 followers. And I'm sure at some point it'll, grow to 100, and then 1,000, and then 10,000, and 20,000. It's just got to be brick by brick. And so the third thing I ask people to do is really, that's the easiest way. If you don't want to spend any money, you don't want to get involved with cryptocurrency, I understand all that. Just subscribe to my other channels, whether it's my Facebook channel or my Facebook account that I'm not attached to, but I'm active on. Or my other accounts that I'm not active on, but I have open, TikTok account and Twitch alike. Subscribing to those channels, even though I'm not active on those channels yet, helps me grow my YouTube channel, and help me grow my YouTube channel, and inevitably will help me grow those other channels as well. One hand washes the other. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my channel. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to continue to build this channel brick by brick. I go by the name Muzzy McGee, and I cannot do this without your help. Thank you so much for your time. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Love you. Bye. Okay, bye.